Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dark Asylum Podcast. I am the chosen one, Zack Winters, here as always with the man who has wined and dined with kings and queens and slept in an alley and ate pork and beans, Darkness.
How's it going, everybody?
And with us, I'm not in person this week, but in person with Darkness today, we have the man who has put hard times on the Rhodes family, that egg-sucking dog, Big Vicious.
I guess.
Don't ever make that sound again.
Egg sucking.
The egg-sucking dog, Ric Flair. Put your hand to the screen and know that my hand is touching your hand.
Someone's doing a deep dive into Dusty Rhodes this week, huh?
Yo, I did such a deep dive on Dusty Rhodes, I don't even know why. For some reason, it was the funniest shit to me a couple days ago to go do a deep dive on his Common Man vignettes from WWE, or WWF at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys know the ones I'm talking about, right?
Well, which, I mean, I know a lot of his promo stuff, but, I mean,
just all the ones where he's, doing, I think they were, introducing him to the WWF, and he was doing, odd jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Just to show he's the quote-unquote common man.
Yeah.
And, he'd be in there, covered in dirt and mud and pumping some lady's gas. But the one that got me was when he was, of course, he was a plumber. So, he walks into this bathroom, and the toilet is, full of, I'm assuming simulated shit, but knowing Vince McMahon, it was probably real shit. And he comes in there, he just fucking probably stinks, just covered in dirt, and he's got this dirty wife beater on and jeans. And this motherfucker, as soon as he walks into the door, he's like, "Oh, I sure am glad to be here with you people, helping you out, fixing your plumbing." And he walks in and he sees the toilet's full of shit, and this motherfucker just goes, "Woo! Look at all that barbecue!"
Yeah, Dusty's were great, but with that whole promo package before wrestlers would debut, they had those things.
Yeah.
I actually love Mr. Perfect's, where he was doing all the sports, and he was just perfect. He'd throw the basketball behind him and it'd go right in the net. Perfect. Yeah. Those are the two that stand out from when I was a kid.
The thing I loved back in the 80s and stuff like that was, unlike today where your video packages or your fucking segments in the ring are 2 of the 3 hours the programming is. It's you had Ted DiBiase and I'll pay you $50 to dribble this basketball. And for 10 times, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he gets that worried look on his face, and then 9 and swats it out of the way. Sorry, kid.
I want to start doing the anti Mr. Perfect promos, where I throw the basketball, miss it, and just stand there and pose like I hit it anyway.
Right. And then Dusty, you see what I loved about Dusty Rhodes was he took that whole gimmick that Vince gave him, which was supposed to be a punishment, and fucking ran with it.
Yep. The polka dots and all that shit.
Uh-huh.
And Sweet Sapphire and yeah.
Sweet Sapphire, baby. Baby doll! You Jezebel!
Supposed to be a punishment, and he ran with it.
Yeah.
I love,
it's just
but I heard the story that I instantly fucking loved, and I think I'm gonna start doing this with Big Vicious, actually. Where
oh shit.
him and Terry Funk were I think secretly they fucking loved each other, but they kept kayfabe up, going up so intense to where they'd be following each other in airports and just antagonizing each other.
Yeah.
Terry Funk, you egg-sucking dog, let's do this right now. Oh, kick your ass, you fat piece of shit. Just shit like that. So, the story I heard that fucking, actually, honestly, kind of had me in tears, because this local promoter was doing, a Legends Night. And Dusty's asking price was, stupidly high. I don't even know how high it was, but Terry Funk's on the poster front and center, and Dusty calls the promoter up, calls him up and says, hey, how you doing a Legends Night without the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes? And the promoter just says, well, Dusty, you're just too expensive. I can't afford you. Well, listen here, Daddy. This is what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna lower my booking price just for you, and all I want you to do is pay me $1 more than that egg-sucking dog, Terry Funk. And then as soon as you get off the phone with me, you call up Terry Funk, and you tell him that the American Dream is making $1 more than he is, Daddy.
I don't remember where I saw it. It might have been in his biography, or it might have been a shoot interview with Terry Funk, where he was talking about he would go to the gas station.
That was in his autobiography, I remember.
Yeah. And Dusty's the one that came up and was pumping his gas and shit. And he's like, hey, mister, yeah, you going to do those wrestling shows? I sure would like to be a wrestler too. You know, like trying to...
And then, yeah, he'd like, the next week he comes up, hey, Terry, hey, I'm training to be a wrestler too now. And then Terry's like, oh, yeah, sure you are.
Terry Funk and Dusty Rhodes, but Terry Funk is so crazy to me because he started out as like your traditional NWA wrestler. I mean, his whole family.
Wrestler,
yeah, and he evolved over the years into the hardcore icon legend, you know. It's like the dude is how fucking old? He's retired like 16 times. He's retired more times than Ric Flair's been champ. It's insane.
Those matches were too violent.
My first real exposure to Terry Funk was when he did those death matches with Cactus Jack.
And Cactus Jack accidentally won.
Yeah.
Hit me, you stupid bastard.
Cheese grater to his head.
Yeah.
Cheese grater to the head. No, oh no. Ah.
Yeah, and then the empty arena match where he kept screaming about his eye. I remember, my eye, you son of a bitch, my eye.
At least you gotta do a leg drop on the apron and yell my hole.
Well, yeah, that was great too.
I recommend you looking it up because I think this was an old promo because it's in black and white and shit. But he's like talking about how he just wants to be like all these Florida State crackers, and he knows exactly how he's gonna do it, and he just starts pouring motor oil all over himself.
Yes, yes, I have seen.
And I watched. I think it was in the book, but he was just talking about how fucking miserable he was for like 2 weeks afterwards, to the point where his wife made him sleep in the barn because she didn't want the sheets getting all greasy again.
Smelled like dirt and just all. Yeah. Yeah, I like Terry Funk. I never got a chance to see him, and I'm sure he'll be around. He hasn't fully ever retired, but
I think he's the Betty White of pro wrestling.
Yeah. Shit.
It's the Betty White of pro wrestling.
Well, we got Wrestling Corner out of the way early this week.
yeah. I actually don't have anything else except for wrestling. So Big Show went to AEW.
Yeah, Big Show went to AEW.
He's looking slim too.
Yeah, Cass came back too. I don't know if you saw that.
And he's looking jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is 2013 and I give a shit about him.
Well, see, I like Cass. I didn't like Enzo much. Enzo was like that. Like, you talk about how you and V are like those two dogs when you were, you know, like, hey, boss, hey, boss, hey, boss. He's like running around the big dog. That is what Enzo and Cass is to me. Is like Cass is the big fucking pit bull, and then the little chihuahua running around going, hey, boss, hey, boss, hey, boss, is fucking Enzo.
The difference between that is that me and V can actually fucking work and carry a match, where those two are fucking terrible.
That's what I was going to say. Cass was a good big guy if he was just standing there looking big. But when he wrestled, I didn't.
It looked like he didn't know how to control his body.
Like he was a small child who said Shazam and then turned into Big Cass and couldn't get control of his limbs.
Right.
Oh, how does this move?
All their matches.
How do I do this?
All their matches was Enzo in the ring getting his ass beat for 15 minutes. Tags in Cass. Cass does a couple big boots and then 1, 2, 3. You know.
I straight made that joke that I think for the longest time I always thought Enzo's finisher was tagging in Big Cass.
That's your finish. And then I go for the finish, the tag. And then I bring in the finish, yeah. Shit. So yeah, that's all I got for Wrestling Corner.
I got recognized at the chiropractor today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I go in there and I'm wearing my Wrestlers Against Racism shirt, and the chiropractor lady, she's like, "Are you a wrestler?" And I'm like, "Yeah, was." And she's like, "Yeah, with all this stuff going on, nothing's going down." I'm like, "Yeah, things are opening up in other states, but nothing here." And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Where'd you wrestle at?" And I was like, "A little place in North Portland." And she's like, "Uh-huh, what's your name?" And like, she finally got it from the email address, but she's like, "You're that big, you're big vicious." And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, her and her husband, I guess, live right there, and one day they decided to go see what all the, as she put it, all the goddamn commotion was. And
Every Sunday night.
she was like, "Oh, it was amazing." She's like, "Dude, she goes, "And you're saying this is your first time you been to a chiropractor?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I bet you're all jacked up." And she starts like doing the exam part. And she's like, "Yeah, I can tell." So yeah, it was cool being recognized. She was kind of giving me like this look before she started asking all the questions. Like, wearing a mask, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on, except for like my big red beard sticking out through the sides and the bottom, and so that was cool. So I mentioned the podcast to her and told her where she can find it, and hopefully the word spreads a little more.
You know what? We can cancel the podcast after today because
you gotta do what I do.
Oh, what's that, Zach? He doesn't fucking
do what
say
I
anything.
do, and you can just grab people's phones and then put the podcast in that.
Okay. So, as I was saying, we're canceling the podcast after today because we have finally reached Romania, and that's all I cared about. I just wanted the beginnings of Vlad the Impaler. That's where he's
Vampires.
from. So yeah, we hit the origin of vampires, and that's all I needed to do. So my dream is complete.
See,
and
all that talking about the Lost Boys paid off.
yeah. So Zach's telling us his internet's a little screwy right now, so we'll try and press on. I don't know if you could tell or not by the way he was talking and then abruptly stopped. That's not something Zach usually does. So, once you get him going, it takes anything.
It's a miracle of God.
It must have been, lightning struck the house. We're like, enough! But, is he back now? It sounds like are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, now he's back. So,
And the miracle went away.
yeah. So, speaking of the reach of the podcast, we have now hit Romania. So, thanks, everybody in Romania.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't know if you heard.
You didn't hear none of it. Now he's got to listen to it. It'll give us an extra viewer. It's great.
We reached the origins of vampires. All that talk about the Lost Boys.
Yeah, I heard about the oh my god, vampires are listening to us now. Ooh, and fucking I could like physically hear Darkness's nipples getting hard.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for Zach that it'll never hit Westeros, but he'll never achieve his dream of listenership in fucking Skyfall or Skyrim or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
We got it. We got the UK. That's close enough.
yeah, pretty much. So all right, well, fuck, not too much news. I mean, there's some stuff, but
Ooh, did you guys hear that scientists are actually looking into developing warp drives?
no, I didn't hear anything about this for transportational purposes.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, they're like straight up just looking into like, hey, we were just fucking around and like, wouldn't it be cool if we had warp drives like in Star Wars and Star Trek? And it might be possible.
Huh. Did they find any dilithium crystals? Is that what this discovery is pertaining to?
God, you're such a fucking dork.
No, it's not that I'm a dork. It's that I retain useless information very well. I don't know what 4 and plus 8 is without using my fingers, but for some reason, dilithium crystal sticks in my head. So, Scotty, by the way, he's the one that discovered warp technology. If the guy wasn't named Scotty, then I don't care.
I have a friend who's hardcore into Star Trek, and she is screaming at her phone right now.
Because you didn't know that, or because I did?
Probably because you did, but I'm just going to spout off a whole bunch of Star Trek knowledge that I know is wrong.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Like, Spock is the one with the fucked up forehead, right?
Yeah, that's Spock.
Yeah, he was in the Next Generation.
Yeah. Well, he was technically, but we won't. See, that's I don't know what it is that I didn't watch very much Next Generation, but I knew all the big shit that happened in it enough to like fake it. So, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't ever really into Star Trek too much.
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
William Shatner played Picard, right?
Yes, and then he was also
good.
Professor Charles Xavier, which would have been
No,
awesome.
he was
to see.
Magneto.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm Star Trek: The Next Generation is what got me really into Star Trek. See, the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars for me is Star Trek is more of the ships, more of the Star Wars.
No, Star Wars has ships in it too.
Okay, but Star Wars is more of your battling. There wasn't a lot of ship. Star Trek.
Tell that to Han Solo, you son of a bitch.
Okay. Yes, but so
He made the Kessel Run. I don't know if you know this or not.
Star Wars, the
less than
majority of
12
it
parsecs.
is your fight scenes and your battling and stuff like that. Where Star Trek, a lot of it has to do in the ship.
Yeah.
And what got me interested in it was just the dynamics of these ships, like the Next Generation Enterprise, how it separated into two ships, the disc and the...
yeah. That was a movie, though, right?
No,
they did in a show, too?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I just remember seeing it in the movie.
I will say, though, that I do think that the Borg are probably the coolest bad guy ever put to sci-fi.
Yeah, the Borg were pretty
Which
boss.
is just a rip-off of the fucking... what the hell were they?
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Dialects.
The Daleks, yeah. I couldn't...
Doctor
It
Who.
just had a fucking brain fart. Yeah, the Daleks.
Yeah.
The Cybermen
Let's-
even were more Borgish than... Yeah.
Let's fight the Borg or a bunch of blue trash cans. Let's see which one's scarier.
The blue trash cans, dude. They can fly and shit.
Hey,
They have weapons on them and everything.
the Dialects don't have 7 of 9.
That's true.
True.
The only robot besides Rosie, but that's a whole nother story. She's got a thing
Besides-
for maids.
The only robot besides fucking R2.
Wow. What was that other robot from Richie Rich? She was pretty hot too. The maid, the robot maid.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know anymore. But so, we got any video game shit? Any video game news? I haven't heard
Yeah.
any. Oh, you do? Okay.
I had to scour for this shit, though. Doom 3 VR has been announced. That's cool.
Yeah, that actually does sound pretty cool. Any Doom game, like any of those first-person shooters in 3D, would be awesome.
Yeah, they have the Doom VFR, and it was pretty cool. But then, like, I was one of like 6 people who really liked Doom 3,
Yeah.
and it sounds fucking awesome to me.
That's
I
cool.
can't wait to be disappointed by Alien Firestorm or Fire Team.
Is that from the Alien movies? Oh, based off of that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Predator game that just came out and just fucking tanked? Like, it was going to come out and then it was
Tanked
just gone.
hard.
Yeah.
Tanked so hard, yeah, because it was in the vein of like they wanted it to be multiplayer where it's 5 people versus 1. What the fuck are you? Oh,
Huh?
cut that out.
What the fuck was that about?
Did you guys hear that too?
We heard you complaining about whatever it was. I don't know.
So I clicked on the website to see if it's the same people who made Aliens Fire Team.
And what was it
who
for?
made Alien Colonial Marines. And no, an ad started playing and it freaked me out because some woman started talking.
There's a woman in his happy place that can't stand. No, get out! Oh, okay.
The sign clearly says no girls allowed.
Yeah, I remember Colonial Marines sucking, and then Isolation being decent.
Isolation was Isolation would have been good if it was like 4 hours long.
Well, hey, it went a little bit past when it should have, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those games that I downloaded and never got to. I've got like 50 of them sitting here.
So, oh yeah.
It's funny because you get advertisements like now free for a week, and I'm like, oh, I do everything I can to get it, and then I forget it exists.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I just got Rage 2 for free, and I was like, I just wanted to try it out, and I never got to.
I liked Rage 1 better.
No, I got that at a pawn shop for $5, so I'm good with that.
You got ripped off.
$5? Come on, it was the
I do believe it's
special
like
edition.
$2 at GameStop.
Oh, well, then I'd have to set foot in a GameStop.
Oh no.
People who work there or who have ever worked there are just fucking plagues on humanity.
I don't know if the one over...
First of all, fuck you.
Another one in Clackamas is still open. The one over here by Walmart shut down.
Oh, yeah, that one on our corner here.
And then...
Now you fucking doxed us for the whole world.
And then I don't know if the one over by Target's still open across from the mall.
Oh, yeah. That's cool that you can go in and start buying fixtures and shit. For like display cases. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna buy some of this shit to put my statues in and shit.
Yeah, I actually kind of might too.
Yeah. I love it when stores shut down. I don't love it when a store shuts down, but I love it when they have to get rid of their like fixtures and shit because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, all those people are unemployed now. This is awesome.
Yeah, you know. Anyway.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Well, I mean,
damn.
I'm gonna buy all your shit with my money. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Anyway, they can go to one of the various other 3,000 GameStops in a 3-block radius around us. Shit. We had literally like what was it, four GameStops within like a square mile. There was the mall, there was the one over by this shopping center, one over by this shopping center across from the mall. It's almost like Starbucks how many fucking locations there are.
They're not missing much. They're only missing out on working 1 day a week anyway.
Yeah. Fuck, that's another thing. Starbucks employees. Jesus. Fucking plagues, man.
Man, I work for Starbucks too.
I know, that's why you're not picking up on this, are you?
I'm picking up on it. I'm just like,
he's just not happy with it.
I don't know what the fuck I did to you today.
I'm a barista. No, just go make fucking coffee. No, it's special in French. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Because I know how to make a good cup of coffee, and I know what good coffee is. Not all of us can drink fucking Folgers out of the Mr. Coffee machine.
All of us can. That's the thing.
I can, but it tastes like shit.
Yeah, you
don't
can't
want to.
You can't understand the struggle when I can't stick my pinky out when I'm drinking Folgers. Okay, Zach. Okay.
Come on. So I picked up that stupid ass WWE.
Battlegrounds.
Yeah, that game.
So I
picked it up for my Switch, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Literally right before we started, I was getting set up, and I was like, "Ooh, the new Humble Bundle is out, and Battlegrounds is on the bundle this month." And I'm just like, "No," and that site forced Battlegrounds upon me because it was like, "Hey, you still have one game you have to claim." I don't want to claim it. Yeah, but you're paid for your membership, so you have to claim it. No, I don't want it. You should claim it. Oh, fuck, fine. So now it's going to sit on my Steam list, never to be played.
Yeah. I what the hell game? Like, Def Jam Vendetta is very similar. And I loved the Def Jam wrestling games that they had. I didn't know half of the fucking roster, but, I mean, that's not my style of music. But that game was fucking awesome. You could throw them into the subway tracks, and then they just get run over and shit.
Yeah, I don't know, just what little bit I played of this game, I'm just like, oh my god. Like, you're like powering up like Super Saiyan style, and like fucking, and I've tried, dude, the tutorial thing, like showing you how to work the cage matches. It's so stupid. You have to collect this money, and the cage electrifies you, and then every time you try to climb
like real wrestling.
Every time you try to climb over the cage, like the person hops right up and pulls you down, or immediately when you start climbing, you're ready to like go over the top, it like the sirens start going off and you get like blasted back into the ring. I'm just like, what the fuck is this, dude?
This was the game that they put out instead of 2K21. So after 2K20 tanked and was fucking terrible, they're like, all right, we got to redesign this
I don't
shit.
know why everybody thought it was so terrible. I enjoyed
Probably the glitches.
it. I guess
Glitches were pretty harsh.
Yeah.
I mean, I played through the career thing. I mean, the career thing was kind of odd and weird, but I mean, I didn't have really any glitches.
It seemed like they had a lot of kind of crazy DLCs that would be fun, like the Bray Wyatt stuff and the Nightmare stuff, and but the game was just so badly thrown together, which is amazing because it's the same fucking game every year. It's almost as bad as FIFA, where it's just like, here's your $60 roster update.
Well, what they sort of did was, because they had the same team working on those games every year. So then in 2020, they're just like, nah, we're going to put like the new guys, all the new hires on that game. And they just fucked it up so bad.
Yeah, they did. So
Because they had that same issue where like, hey, it's the new guys and it's basically the same game. Let's see, how can they fuck it up? And they did.
and how? Well, yeah, so that's all I've heard as far as video game news this week. I mean, nothing much.
There wasn't too much.
Yeah.
Well, I got one that goes from video games and into movies, where I can't remember her name now, the lady who plays Gamora in the Avengers movies. She's gonna be playing Tiny Tina in the Borderlands movie.
Oh, okay.
Borderlands
Zoe
is coming up with some
Zelda.
crazy ass casting.
Which kind of sucks because, like, Ashley Birch, the lady who voices her in the game, does a great job, and she's an actor who could do it.
Oh, yeah. They never do that, though. I mean, if it's a voice actor or something like that, they'll never go with the voice actor. They'll pick somebody from Hollywood.
Well, yeah, but, Ashley Birch, she's an actor. You should check out her YouTube stuff.
Yeah. Does she have an OnlyFans?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
She might after this if she didn't get casted.
Shoot.
You know what? I think I should double check that. You guys are getting that from me.
So, the thing that I came up with, I am kind of excited for, but kind of not. There's going to be another fucking streaming service that's going to debut. Actually, by the time this drops, we're recording this on Thursday this week, so it's the 4th. So Paramount Plus is now available. And the only reason I would get Paramount Plus is because they're going to make a new Beavis and Butthead movie.
Ashley Birch does not have an OnlyFans.
Jesus. Alright, so I just dropped Beavis and Butthead and Ashley Birch. All right,
well, yeah, if this was
fucking
1997, I'd be excited about that.
Oh, see, you weren't even born yet, so you don't appreciate Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead is, yeah. I thought they were supposed to come out with a new show, too.
I heard that, too, yeah.
Did they?
They did. It didn't last very long because it was Beavis and Butthead in, like, 2010.
Yeah. I don't know. Having another streaming service is kind of fucking getting on my nerves. I guess it's replacing CBS All Access. So with the Peacock and no, not the Peacock. What the fuck is that one? Is it Peacock? Yeah,
it's Peacock.
I'm getting confused. Peacock and WWE are going together, so
For a while.
they that will save me $10. So maybe I'll check into Paramount Plus. My sister gave me her password and username for Discovery Plus, and I mean, other than wanting to see fucking Swamp Hillbilly people, there's really no reason for that shit.
Don't say that. They'll find you and cancel your subscription.
Yeah, well, good luck to them.
Shudder and Disney Plus are...
Shudder and Disney Plus or what?
Huh?
They're what?
Those are out there.
What do you mean?
Did you just have a stroke?
I don't know.
No, I'm just saying that, like subscriptions out there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's so many fucking subscription services. You got Netflix, you got, all that shit, Hulu and all, which I found I could start watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia on Hulu.
Yes.
So does it start getting funny when the Penguin shows up, or
Yes,
is it,
skip the first season.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the first season it was like, okay, so their bar got turned into a gay bar. They were mad about it. Well, half of them were mad about it. Half of them weren't. And the guy ended up getting drunk and sleeping with a bunch of dudes. And like, oh, okay, well, I wonder how this aged well or not. It's like, so.
Oh, you want an episode that hasn't aged well? Look up Sweet D Dates a Retarded Person. Or any of the
Yeah.
episodes they did blackface on.
It's funny because I had just gotten done watching Drew Carey, and she was in it. And then
Was she?
Yeah, the last couple of seasons, like where the show started to jump the shark a little bit, the Winford Louder department store got turned into like a .com, and she was one of the people working there when they changed out the cast. And I was like, oh, I know her. She's from, the Mick and Always Sunny in Philadelphia and whatever. And then the first episode of Sunny in Philadelphia, she's like, oh, yeah, I've never been to Ohio. I heard that place sucks or something like that. I was like, oh, I picked up on that. So, yeah, but it's interesting. I'll give it a few more, but if you say just to get through season 1, then I'll give it a try. It just sucks because it's on Hulu and I have commercials on Hulu. So
Yeah, I say skip season 1 entirely and just
I
if you want the show at its peak, hunt down Frank's Pretty Woman, because that's probably one of the best episodes they have.
okay, I'll see about that.
They also say the Nightman Cometh is a really good episode, but I think Frank's Pretty Woman's probably the better one.
Okay.
I used to have commercials on Hulu.
Oh, Mr. Moneybags can afford the
It's
ad
not Mr.
free over
Moneybags,
here.
But man, I was forced.
No. Darkness is no longer allowed to make other people are richer than me jokes, because I've seen your house.
Okay. He's just mad that I live in a house. What the fuck? Come on.
My name's Darkness. I live in the house on top of the hill. I could look out on all the poor people. Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus.
Until it snows and then I'm trapped in the house.
Look at my 16-foot fucking bookshelf.
That's fucking IKEA hacks, bro. What the hell? You could do it too.
Look at my $2,500 computer in my own personal man cave.
Wow. Hey, you're the one that chose to have kids. Fuck you.
Well,
Fucking money black holes right there.
why is it my fault that my wife wants to have sex with me?
That's not your fault.
Oh man.
I have many leather-bound books and it smells of rich mahogany. I'm sorry if that's too good for you.
Is that a Pokemon board on the back of your door?
No. That's
Okay.
a movie scratch-off list.
I've been wanting to get one of those.
It's actually pretty cool. I got it from my brother and sister for Christmas. And
Every time you say your sister, I just imagine you with tits. Or bigger tits.
okay. The fact that you're imagining me with tits is fucking disturbing enough.
I imagine you with a lot of female body parts.
I bet you
Often.
do. I bet.
I often Photoshop those on you
Yeah.
while I jank.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh God, no! Please go away. Because
I never want to think of that again.
I just look over at Darkness and I'm picturing big hairy tits.
Okay.
V, how horny are you right now?
Anywho.
Yeah.
I'm starting to chub up.
Shubba. Yeah. So, all right, we want to stick with movies because this one's
Let's
gonna
do it.
probably take up the rest of the show.
Well,
let's
do it.
mention this. What V? What you got?
You got into the
Superman?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
going
mean, it's
into.
still movie based.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we're still in the movies.
So, word now that we are receiving is they're making a new Superman movie.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J.
and
Abrams.
I can't remember the other dude's
I
name.
thought we've known this for a while.
Well, no, I mean they just announced that they're basically Henry Cavill is done.
Yeah.
They're
He's got The Witcher.
Oh, he's got that, and he's got Mass Effect. So,
Yeah.
you know. And they're bringing in Michael B. Jordan as Superman.
I don't know if it's Michael B. Jordan. They just said they're going with the black Superman.
Yeah, I guess Michael B. Jordan's at the forefront.
Yes.
Because whenever you replace a white superhero with a black man, Michael B. Jordan's your man. Isn't that right, Ben Grimm?
How's that going to work?
Oh, no, it wasn't.
No,
he was Human Torch.
He was
Fuck,
Human Torch.
yeah. Yeah.
How's that going to work with him being Killmonger over there in the MCU?
Well, they've had other
Is
people.
Killmonger coming back?
That's what's supposed to be happening. That was even talked about before fucking T'Challa died.
Well, I guess his sister's taking over for that.
Yeah, but
So-
Michael B. Jordan's supposed to be back in the second movie.
Oh, okay. Killmonger had a
They're CGing
twin.
him like they did.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Do we really know that if Killmonger died or not?
Well, he died in fucking T'Challa's arms, didn't he? I mean, it was a very romantic end scene to them.
fine.
Yeah.
Hey, he could have
And they
just
kissed and everything.
he could have passed out. Shit. When I'm sleeping, I look dead.
You look dead right now, and
Actually,
you're wide
I'm-
awake.
I am dead half the time.
So,
Speaking of Michael B. Jordan, they're remaking, or they're not remaking. They're doing one of my favorite Tom Clancy books with him in it, a movie with him,
It comes out in April on Prime, huh?
Without Remorse.
Yeah.
Which I don't give a fuck about Michael B. Jordan playing John Kelly. What I give a fuck about is that they've kind of butchered the story.
Yeah.
which book is it?
Without Remorse by Tom
Remorse.
Clancy.
Okay.
So, mild spoilers. In the book, well, plus it's a book that was written in fucking 1978. If you haven't read, by now it's your fault. In the book, John Kelly, his wife and unborn child do die, but it's in a car accident, and he falls into a depression, and he picks up this lady, like just on the side of the highway. He picks up this lady who turns out to be a runaway hooker, and rescues her, and then falls in love with her, and then her pimp gets a hold of where she is, and then tries to kill him, and then kills the hooker. And then it ends up being a Punisher style where John Kelly goes in and dismantles the criminal organization. Punisher style. Cool. Whatever. In the trailer for the movie is his wife and unborn kid who get killed, which completely like changes the dynamic of everything.
Right.
And it's by a terrorist organization, not by a criminal organization.
Okay.
So why even fucking call it Without Remorse?
Because it's the name that sells it, not what the story's about.
They just want to call it whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
It's got its built-in... that's the same kind of thing that they're doing with Superman. Like, okay, how many black superheroes do we have that nobody knows a fucking thing about? Superman's a name that people can identify with, and like, oh, I know fucking Superman. And so in order to get their shit greenlit, or in order to, push agendas or whatever the fuck, they go with something that's well known. So they take the story that doesn't even fucking match, like with what you're talking about. It doesn't even match what the fuck the story actually is. But they change it around and they label it with something that people know. They can slap that fucking Tom Clancy name on there, and then all of a sudden it gets greenlit and ready to go. People are open for it.
With that one, all they gotta do is, hey, do you guys want to see a movie where Michael B. Jordan kills the shit out of everybody? Yeah, then we'll just call it whatever, except for Without Remorse.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's...
See, I don't ever have a problem if they change the, the color or the necessarily sometimes the gender. It depends. I don't care that they do that as long as they kind of stick to the basic story. I mean, as long as they don't change the story around or necessarily what that character is. My example that I use all the time is Jimmy Olsen in Supergirl. Jimmy Olsen is not a suave, well-dressed, like, all the girls are drooling after him, and he is no freaking action hero. But in Supergirl, he is all that, and it's like, no, this isn't Jimmy Olsen. Okay, I don't care that you made him a black man.
Yeah.
That's fine. But he needs to be going, hey, Miss Lane, hey, can I take your photo? You know?
Yeah. I mean, and here's another thing. I don't understand why gingers and redheads are automatically, like, okay to get annihilated and turned into black characters. You got Jimmy Olsen, you got fucking Mary Jane, you got Ariel from The Little Mermaid, they're all, it's like, redhead, switch them out and throw in a person of color. It's okay. Fuck redheads. They have no souls.
We don't have that many superheroes. Give us what we want.
It's just, what the fuck? Like, how many, like, Jesus.
Well, because we
just like there's not that many short superheroes, and then they cast Wolverine,
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, who's 6'3".
Yeah.
Well, with the ginger thing, I mean, they want somebody people can relate to, so they have to have a soul. So why not switch them out?
Coming from 3 redhead men, by the way.
Yeah. Waiting for the Harry Potter reboot where the Weasley family is just like.
But like it comes down to, I don't care, you know. So, I'm a big Superman fan. I know this. Zack knows it because he likes to make fun of me about it.
Fucking dork.
And like, it's not that big of a deal to me as long as they don't go and fuck up his whole, you know, origins in his story. You know,
I don't
know.
I'm kind of excited to see a Superman story told in this way, because I think it was V who you mentioned it in the group chat, where like what if he like sees the discriminate, like we turn the Kent family black too, and he kind of sees the discrimination that they face, and he's determined, you know, not to treat people like that and save people from other people who act like that, and that kind of spurs his superhero story.
Right. I mean, there's a bunch of different things, and you know, and we don't even know if they're going to go. They might start with the whole what was that? Because they made a story arc where he's black.
You talk about Calvin Ellis?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a Elseworlds. That was a big sloppy kiss to fucking Obama, because it was Superman, a black Superman, that became the first black president, that became the first black alien president, and he was Superman. It's just like, Jesus, pull it out of your mouth for 5 minutes.
Got darkness going on Obama now. And
no, that's exactly what it was. And the writer of that story, Ta-Nehisi Coates, you know, talking shit on 9/11 responders and everything else, and he's an activist first. He's a writer second. So he's going to use whatever fucking platform he gets to push his shit agenda on people. To just push an agenda. Taking, you know, personal fucking preference or whatever, he's pushing an agenda through fucking something that has no right or reason to have that shit in it. So that's what bugs me. You know, you want a gay character? Find a gay character that is fucking written that way. Put them out there and let people enjoy it. Don't fucking take a character that's got a built-in fucking, you know, story already. Change it and put whatever the fuck you want in there to push for your fucking agenda.
Okay, so here's a question. Okay. Just to calm you down for a second, because it looks like you're ready to punch the computer.
No.
Dude, you should see him over here, man.
No.
Last time I saw this,
I've seen him mad enough that I know it. He's hunched over, fist clenched.
Last time I saw this, we were in front of Tex and Tony Stetson outside the ring, and he was on the mic. And,
bring that shit
dude,
up.
This dude was like fucking. I was like, oh man, okay, but no. So you're saying as long as it's a character that's written that way, right? Well, what was your opinion on them turning the Golden Age Flash gay?
You're talking about Scott?
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't remember his name at the moment. Alan Scott.
Yeah.
Okay, it's why? What for? I don't understand. Like, okay, and I bring this up a lot because I actually enjoy Midnighter and Apollo. Okay, These are characters that supposedly no one's ever heard of, but they have a huge following. They were written a certain way, and they can be portrayed that way without any issue. And people are saying, "Oh, is it? Who the fuck ever heard of Harkness? This fucking villain that came out in Wandavision, unless you're a hardcore fucking comic person. Don't sit there and tell me that no one's gonna fucking grasp onto a character that they don't know. Because there's fucking memes and tweets plaguing the internet where this chick played the character very well, and now everyone loves a fucking no-name character. So don't even give me that bullshit. You've got so many tweets like, and I killed the dog too, has been changed into so much fucking shit on the internet. They love the actress, they love the character, and it's a no-name fucking character that nobody fucking knows unless you're a hardcore comic book fan.
Right.
So don't give me the shit of, nobody knows who the fuck Night Thrasher is. You fucking put him out there, right? You put him out there like fucking Blade, a badass like that, people are gonna jump on board and fucking push Night Thrasher. You bring in the fucking New Warriors, not the ones that they were proposing to bring on with fucking Safe Space and Snowflake, but you bring back that fucking original 90s version with like weird ass Speedball and Namora and all that shit will catch on, and Night Thrasher maybe take his skateboard away. I don't know, it's kind of 90s bullshit, but Night Thrasher will fucking catch on. He'll be just like fucking Blade. He'll be a badass and he will fucking do good.
You're shouting and you're scaring me.
No, goddammit! He's just like, just staring at me. And like I say, okay, the thing that pisses me off is I hate hypocrisy, and I hate that me just saying this is going to make people be like, he's this or he's that. It's not what the fuck it is. It's, I've grown up with these properties, and I can't stand when they change it to either push an agenda or to try and get something through because of name only. You know, and like I said, back when I was a kid and I went to go see Spawn, and this white chick walks out, her name's Chapel, and she's taking the place of fucking, Priest was taking the place of Chapel, and I'm like, the fuck is this? That's not who that character's supposed to be. That pissed me off since then. And like I said, it's not because it's a certain race, a certain gender, a certain this or a certain that. It's just that it's fucking different than what it's supposed to be, and it pisses me off. That's all.
I got a counterpoint that's gonna blow your mind.
All right, let's hear it.
You ready for this? They're not real.
Yeah, they're real to me.
None of this fucking matters. You could take Superman. I mean, shit, they've done it with Spider-Man. They made Spider-Pig because Peter Parker.
It's Spider-Ham. God damn it, get it right. Peter
Like,
Porker, the amazing Spider-Ham.
Peter Porker, by the way. But
that was my nickname in high school.
They could take these characters, they could turn them gay, they could turn them black. And first of all, if you're telling me you don't want to see Superman and Batman 69 each other, you're fucking wrong. Secondly, I want to see all these characters change just because I want to see the stories that they could take with them. If they make Superman... If they make Michael B. Jordan into Superman and it fucking tanks, then it was worth
because
nothing.
Everyone's racist. That's why. They've already got their built-in excuse for if it tanks.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I know they're going to be pushing that to where like, oh, well, because America's so racially divided right now.
Yeah, and that kind of shit pisses me off too. It's like, okay, that's what you're going to do. But, okay, here's the thing. If I wanted to make a Shaft movie starring Matt Damon, you think I could get away with that? I don't think so. I do not think that Matt Damon's Shaft is going to fucking make it very big. I don't think it's going to get very far out of the fucking production.
Well, that character is like so, in his mannerisms and everything, he's so inherently black though.
Oh,
it's just like, oh, I'm gonna make a Black Dynamite movie starring Ben Affleck.
Uh-huh. So that's another thing that pisses me off a lot is that a lot of these black characters, that's their gimmick. I'm black. You know, make a fucking character that just happens to be black. You know, like Jon Stewart. I like Jon Stewart. He's a Green Lantern.
Superman?
No, that's the thing. They just think that you can just plug and play, you know, but you can't do it the opposite direction because Shaft is he's from the fucking ghettos and he's cleaning up the streets but you can't plug a white person in there because the characters that are black, that's their gimmick and that's what fucking sucks. Like make a decent character, make them black. I don't care.
It was also the thing in like Shaft was a product of the 70s where like yeah, that was kind of just like a bunch of fat white nerds trying to write for black men. Okay. And so how do fat white nerds think of black men? Oh, they're from the ghetto and they sleep with they're all smooth and they sleep with all the ladies.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, even Luke Cage to an extent is
older Luke Cage. Yeah. Like when you wear the yellow blouse and the fucking tiara. But, I mean, that show, as much as it was kind of boring to me, that was a pretty good portrayal of modern-day Luke Cage. You know, I enjoyed the show.
There was a show?
The one on Netflix.
Yeah. I'm joking.
Oh, what the fuck? He's just being a dipshit.
I didn't watch the whole second season.
I didn't, yeah. But, I don't know. Like... There's characters that I like Bishop from the X-Men. When he showed up, I was like, oh shit, he came from the future. He's like a fucking Terminator and blah, blah. That's awesome. I mean, they took mutants as the racial allegory for that, but I mean, it's not a character that, it's because I'm black that I have a character.
I agree with you. They could go out there and portray, there's so many black superheroes.
Yeah.
That could be like, I was disappointed that they gave Black Lightning. The show's already ending.
Yeah.
And they're just not giving enough out there. I mean, I would love to see a Static Shock actual live action.
They're talking about doing it.
The cartoon was pretty badass. I mean, yeah, there's stuff out there, but I mean, at the same time, I don't see issues as long as they don't,
as long as they're not women.
No, Jesus Christ. As long as they don't go and completely fuck with the story. It's like, here's my thing, and I'm straight. I believe this. I believe this 100%. That Logan Wolverine is straight gay. That dude is.
The fuck.
Wait, what?
Yep, dude. Think about it. Why does he have an issue with Scott? Because he's in love with him.
Well, you'll love the current X-Men run, the Hickman run of that, where he's a cuck. Scott's the cuck, and they both tag team Jean and then have ways with each other, supposedly.
Really?
Nice. So I want to see that.
Jesus, we've talked about this before.
Think about it.
Have we?
Logan's just always full of rage.
No, time out. Hold on. We're full pause and all this. We've always made fun of Cyclops being a cuck, and I thought it was just because his character is inherently a cuck. Speaking of fucking diversity in superheroes, we needed a cuck superhero, and that's Cyclops. And I had no idea that they tag team Jean Grey and then just end up fucking each other.
So the thing that brought this all about is they did the Jonathan Hickman run. And they're living in Krakoa. So they gave you like a little map of like a blueprint almost of their facility. And you see like each of their rooms are like these little pods. So there's a main like meeting area, and then there's little offshoot areas of their rooms. Scott's is on one side, Jean's is on another side, Wolverine's is on the other side of Jean's. But there's connecting hallways to each other's rooms, and it's the only one out of everyone else's thing that they can all get access to each other, you know. So, yeah, that's what brought that whole thing along. And so they're in a menage a trois, whatever. It's just, people are like, what the fuck is going on? So, yeah, it's an interesting dynamic that they set up in that. But, So.
Is there a scene where they like full penetration on each other?
Yeah, it's go to deviantart.com and you'll find it right there for you.
Huh, DeviantArt, you say?
Well, like I said, I You know, I think they need to make that happen. Wolverine's just in the closet. He needs to come out.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. You just found it.
I'll be.
You guys just talk. I'll
talk. I'm gonna be a second.
Jesus. So, yeah. I mean, we could go on forever about this Superman shit. I mean, the thing that really sucks.
I think we have.
Yeah, the thing that really sucks and kind of, it's like, Henry Cavill's out now? What the fuck?
Rumor had it that immediately when all that news broke, he went and started discussions with Marvel.
Yeah, they're talking about bringing him in as Captain Britain.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
He can use his real accent and he won't have to put on an American one. That would be crazy.
I think that'd be fucking great.
Oh, yeah. Fuck it. He's like, you guys don't want me? I'm out. Fuck you.
Captain Britain is another one of those deep dive motherfuckers that could be big.
Yeah. If they write it the right way, yeah. I mean, Ant-Man. Who the fuck heard of Ant-Man? And nonetheless, Scott Lang fucking Ant-Man.
That was my thing. Until the movies, like, I had a problem. I was like, it's not the original. I'm like, it's not Hank Pym. And I was getting pissed off. And went and saw it, and I was in love with it.
Yeah. I mean, you could take fucking Squirrel Girl and make it epic if they fucking did it the right way. You know? And then you could take something like fucking Justice League and just not do it the right way and have something that should be huge tank.
So here's where I'm at with it right now. You see, I think Henry Cavill's making it wise and bouncing because they had a great thing going if they would have just went with it, but they're fucking the DC movies up so bad that it's a sinking ship. And even with the Snyder Cut coming out, I don't think it's going to help.
Yeah.
Rebrand. I think the only thing that's going to help rebrand is the Flash movie that they're making.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like basically a we fucked up, here's a final farewell to this whole idea and we're out. I mean, there'll be other stuff like the Batman stuff that, I mean, we're supposed to get Michael Keaton and Affleck and all this other shit. But for the most part, I think that whole era is fucking done. I mean, especially after Woman 84. It tanked bad, and it's like every piece of goodwill that they built up with having a decent movie here and there is fucked. You got 84 that tanked and was terrible. You got Aquaman 2, it's having all its problems with fucking Mera. You got, Justice League. It's Flash, who knows what the fuck's going on with Flash. I mean, the guy pushes a fan and throws her to the ground and everything else, and who knows what's going on. And
Shazam 2 was supposed to have Superman in it.
Yeah, Zack's now posting all these DeviantArt sex pictures of Scott and Wolverine.
So. You guys got to be so happy that I'm not there right now.
Yeah, you got to be so happy you're not here right now. Both be slapping the shit out of you.
I am cranking off.
Oh, God. So, all right, well.
I got one with Gambit.
Oh, good. That's great.
I gotta delete these so nobody goes through my phone and just like, what the fuck?
So, what else we got?
I just saw that Berserker, the comic, is coming out Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Is it?
Nice. I didn't know it was coming that quick. Is it the full thing or is it the first issue? Or what?
Keanu comic book arrives Wednesday. A new comic book created and co-written by the actor has a character who looks a lot like him. Huh, go figure. Yeah. It's also receiving high order from comic book shops. The order is high.
I actually thought it was already out.
I remember they did the GoFundMe or whatever the hell the official title for the money. It said it was like a year out. I don't think it'd been a year, so it hasn't, because we talked about it on the show. All right, well, V's looking into that one.
So he's just distracted by those pictures I've been sending.
V, what are you doing? V! Oh God! So
it just says it will run for 12 issues. I don't know if it's going to be.
Oh, okay. That's probably the first issue then, because I thought they were releasing it in like this prestige hardcover and all that other.
The first volume is due in October, so like the
okay,
that hardcover.
Okay, so it's issues.
Yeah.
All right. So, in other news, we got the first person from The Mandalorian to speak out about the Gina Carano shit. Bill Burr kind of he was on the I forget what it's called, the Bill Burt show or the Burt something show. And he was like, I don't know, I'm afraid whatever the fuck I'm going to say is going to get my ass fired right now. They're going to cancel my bald-ass action figure. He was just being Bill Burr. It was nice to hear somebody from the show finally break their silence on everything that's going on.
Well, the thing about Bill Burr is, though, like, he can still say whatever the fuck he wants, and people just kind of expect it from him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's, of all the people on that show, he's probably the safest one to be able to say something, you know.
Yeah, and he's not like he kind of wasn't like making fun of trans people or denying that Sandy Hook happened.
What was the making fun of trans people? Because I still haven't ever seen anything to.
Well, because everybody puts their pronouns on Twitter.
Everybody
right?
doesn't, but okay.
I mean, I don't. But she like kind of.
How dare you?
She was telling everybody that like. I guess people were like pressuring her to do it, so she just put beep boop bop or some shit like that.
How is that making fun of them though?
It would have been better if she just didn't do anything at all.
I agree with
humble
that.
Opinion.
But
if she would have just like let people say that, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get right to it," but she has to fucking antagonize people. That's where the issue came from. Is that
that's what made her
had to. She had to make her cute little joke, which it was a joke, but like you could have just ignored it. If you didn't want to put your pronouns on your Twitter, then fucking don't. You don't have to. You don't have to attack and antagonize people.
Should I change our Twitter bio?
And that's coming from me, by the way.
Our Dark Asylum one. Should I change that? I put we us them. Is that okay?
I think it's fine.
I didn't put it either.
Here's the problem I have with all that. So.
Oh God, here we go. This is fun, guys. Dark Asylum canceled.
We hit Romania. We're fine.
So, do I agree with her opinions? No. I mean, should she have went out there and said what she said when she said it? Probably not. But, I mean, she's a person. She's entitled to her opinions. We don't have to agree with them. I don't believe her political party was being treated like Jews in the Holocaust.
What's her political party?
Republican.
She's never stated that.
Yeah,
no, she has.
She didn't. That's the whole thing, though. It's just people. She put that out there, and people drew their own conclusions and fucking basically lynched her
What other
for
fucking
it.
conclusion are we supposed to draw when she posts a picture of the Holocaust and say, "Hey, they're coming for us now," or some shit like that?
That was in regards to your own neighborhoods fucking going after you and ratting you out and everything like that. Everyone's all like, "Oh, she's comparing herself to the Jews." Whoa,
that's the thing.
That's a leap.
Do I believe it? So we're dropping all the way down to just people like the internet taking their own opinion and making it worse than what it is.
Yeah.
There's been so many people out there who have done similar things, and nobody talks about them. Nobody cares.
Because they think in the right way.
It's just
they're, like Pedro Pascal and her fucking tweets. It's very similar. Even though Pedro Pascal's was a fucking lie, where he had the kids in cages, and it was like the kids are like in Venezuela, and it's like at a fucking laundry or something, and they're just hanging out and playing.
Right. So one of my examples is how people pick and choose on what they want to go after. And it's usually somebody who's in the spotlight now or who is being talked about a lot. Like, so Robert Downey Jr. had this whole, like, group of people, like, wanting to burn him at the stake.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. For doing blackface, playing a character who openly says, I'm a character playing a character.
I'm a dude playing a dude that's playing another dude.
Yeah. And he's very open.
What people don't get about that is that I was making fun of that fact.
You have C. Thomas Howell, who paints himself
basically killed his career on that one.
to be a black man
Soul
to
man.
get a college degree or to get a college scholarship, but nobody's like blowing up at him.
You got Jimmy Kimmel, who's sitting there and, hello, this here Karl Malone. And he was like, remember that shit from the Man Show?
I do.
Yeah, but you had Jimmy
Besides
Fallon. Jimmy Fallon got his
everything.
ass chewed for doing Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but fuck Jimmy Fallon, that little fucking weasel. God, I just want to bully him.
I know, but it's once again, it's pick and choose. So like, you're like, F him, like he deserves it. But it's because either you.
This Karl Malone, I like playing round ball.
That's exactly what it was. That was.
Oh my god, it was so fucking funny though.
You know.
Oh, if it's your kind of funny, it's okay.
But that's the thing. Like she says some things and she has some issues and stuff gets pushed one way or the other. But it's people like hop on the internet and hear one thing and all of a sudden it's the thing. Oh, she straight said it's the Holocaust and they're being burned to the stake like the Jews. Well, no, that's not what she exactly said. But I mean, I guess you could twist it that way.
I think that's something that Fox News is portraying because that's not the first time I've heard somebody who I know who's Republican say something like that.
Yeah, I mean, look at it too. I mean, they had that airplane, the engine went out, and the engine was called Pratt Engines. All of a sudden, it's like, cancel Chris Pratt. We're like, wait, where the fuck did this come from?
Well, and then they also wanted to cancel Chris Pratt because he didn't speak of his political party.
Because he wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he didn't.
Because he's fucking smart.
He didn't go to the Biden support party or whatever.
Well, that's the thing. That whole Biden, where all the Avengers got together on Biden's behalf, it was like, he said, I didn't get invited. That's the whole... How you expect a guy just to fucking show up?
Technically, he's not an Avenger. He's, he's
yeah.
part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well,
that
Zoe
just,
Zalderrama isn't either, but she was there.
How the fuck is he supposed to show his support for Biden? He's basically a space alien.
He's half human, damn it.
Yes.
But the whole thing's just bullshit to me, and the hypocrisy of everything is just ridiculous. Like I said, I political affiliations, I'm just fuck. I don't have one. I don't give a shit. I just hate hypocrisy.
Yeah.
In any form, you know. But that's a whole nother story. Like I said, it was just nice to have somebody kind of talk about it who was in the show, and you know, Bill Burr being who he is, and like you said, he's very safe in being able to say that kind of things because that's fucking Bill Burr, you know. It's like your fucking crazy uncle who's always drunk. It's okay for him to fucking act crazy at family reunions because that's just fucking Uncle Bob, you know. So.
Did you ever see the Bill Burr skit where they're making fun of Sam Adams beer?
No.
I'll send it to you guys. It's the funniest shit that Saturday Night Live has come out with probably since in the past like 5 years.
Since Adam Sandler and Chris Farley?
Since I'd say Adam Driver because...
Oh, the undercover boss with Adam Driver was actually
So the
funny.
undercover boss and then the dad who's like an oil tycoon or some shit.
Yeah. Okay, Adam Driver. Other than Adam Driver, the most.
That's why
thing.
I had to. I was gonna say in the past 20 years, but then I had to go back and remember Adam Driver fucking knocked it out of the park.
Adam Driver, yeah.
I forgot I posted this to talk about. It's just a mention. I don't have any real details on it, but Bruce Campbell says the Evil Dead Rise will take place in New Zealand.
Is that a new movie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. New Evil Dead movie. Okay. Cool.
Was it supposed to take place in New Zealand?
Is it filming in New Zealand or taking place in New Zealand?
He says taking place in New Zealand.
Okay.
Was that something I don't remember?
I knew that there was. I didn't think. Was there a fucking? Did we talk about the movie before? I remember the game we talked about.
The next Evil Dead film, titled Evil Dead Rise, will take place in New Zealand.
Huh.
It's out of the woods, Campbell told Knox.
Yeah. I love Bruce Campbell and I love Evil Dead, but I think the show should have pretty much ended it. But I don't know. We'll see.
Evil Dead Rise will take place in the city, and that the Deadites would be fully unleashed.
Ashy slashy. Okay, well, I guess that's the end of the movie news. I mean,
And then possible cameo of Bruce Campbell in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
as who?
Just it's rumored.
Well, because his buddy's
Sam
fucking,
Raimi.
yeah, Sam Raimi's fucking directing. So yeah, he's got to get that
yeah.
fucking Plymouth in there, and he's got to get fucking Bruce Campbell in
Just
there.
like all the Spider-Man movies.
unless it's unless those two things aren't in there, it's not a true Sam Raimi film. Yeah, I remember at Darkman, I was like, holy shit, it's Ash! Like at the very end of that movie. That was awesome.
You gotta keep an eye out because he's gonna have the Plymouth somewhere, and Bruce Campbell's gonna make some weird appearance.
Yep. He was the
Like,
usher
he's a
in Spider-Man.
He's a bouncer at a movie theater apparently.
Yeah.
But not a movie theater, just a regular theater.
Yeah, that was pretty great. Fucking Bruce Campbell forever. Anyway. Anyone watch the Golden Globes?
No.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty much how the rest of America felt too. It was down the worst fucking viewership since, I don't know, like, since its existence. There's no Richard Gervais or Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais, there you go. He wasn't there, so nobody else was either. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch, that's the only thing I watch out of the Golden Globes, just watching him get shit-faced and make fun of everybody do their stupid fucking faces.
Yeah. He's like a meaner fucking D. Martin. He's just like drinking and be like, hey, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
I loved, what was it? I think it was like last year that he did it?
Yep.
And everybody's laughing and having a good time, and Tom Hanks looks uncomfortable.
Yeah. He's like, so come up here, say hello, thank your little God and your little families, and just fuck off. We don't want to hear any of it. It's like, all right, that's cool. But yeah, so that was the only other thing as far as movie news and shit.
Oh, they released images for Space Jam 2. Did you see
Oh
these?
God, I don't
No.
care.
With LeBron?
No.
Oh, you're gonna care because they don't animate anymore, and 3D Bugs Bunny looks fucking terrifying.
Is it the girl?
Not
Bugs
only
Bunny?
terrifying, but did you hear the voice that they have going for him? No.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Space Jams was cool when I was younger, but
I'm one of the very, very few people who actually like Looney Tunes Unleashed, or what was it? The one with
Didn't
Brendan
Space Jam
Fraser.
come out when you guys were in high school?
What year did it come out?
Fucking 94?
I was, I think, middle school.
middle school.
Yeah.
God.
Back
Fucking
when
old man.
Michael Jordan was still a thing. The most popular thing about Michael Jordan now is a meme of him crying and saying, stop. Just stop. That's all these kids know today. And his fucking shoes.
Oh, kids, we go down mountain, get them McDonald's hamburgers.
You know.
If you're doing drugs, just stop. Go down to McDonald's and get yourself a juicy hamburger.
But yeah, Space Jams ain't my jam.
I'm
Nah.
Michael Jordan. I play basketball.
I like
Did
that
you ever
other
notice you
one.
can't say basketball?
No, I never picked up on it.
Okay, I just
Okay.
focus on weird shit, I guess. I don't know.
I just know he tried to become the Bo Jackson of sports, but he could only make it to baseball and never made it that far through baseball.
Was it
I
was
had
it
that
weird to
fucking
anybody else
baseball
when he had a
card.
Hitler mustache?
What? Is that another weird thing that you picked up on?
He had the Hitler / Charlie Chaplin /
Oh no. You shave that mustache, nobody fucking remembers Charlie
I don't know,
Chaplin.
nobody knows Charlie Chaplin. It's straight up Hitler.
Did you hear
If
about
I walked out there with that mustache, nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, hey, he's got the Charlie Chaplin."
So the Amazon icon on your
Yes.
iPad or whatever the fuck, they had to change it because people were all fucking pissy about it. It looks like Hitler. You're like, what? So it was a little. It looked like a receipt had gotten ripped. Like a little. Did you see it? I'm looking at V when I say this. So it looked like a receipt had been ripped, and people are saying it looked like his mustache on the icon. because it's above
kinda
the
did.
smile. Oh Jesus! You got people
Like, no.
will find shit to bitch about. It's just
No, like, I wasn't one of those people who was like, they need to change that right now. It was afterwards when everybody else was saying, oh yeah, it looks like Hitler's mustache. I'm like,
So
yeah,
they
I
changed
can
it to the
see
little
it.
flip up.
They changed it to the flip up, but it looked like a torn receipt.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, it's Hitler's mustache. It's Charlie Chaplin. Knock it off, guys. But so we lost the icon of Amazon, and we lost was it 3 or 4 or 6 Dr. Seuss books now? They're gone. They're out of rotation. Did you hear about that, Zach?
I did hear about that.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
on
I could
your
see-
reading
I could
level, so I
kinda-
figured.
I'm gonna fucking hit you.
Yeah. So
Amazon alters
People-
app
hold on,
icon
people-
after some saw Hitler's mustache. Some saw. There were people looking for it.
yeah, that's the thing. People will find shit in anything if they're looking for it.
Yeah, and I think the Dr. Seuss people were just quick on like,
Before
hey, we
you
have
see
some.
it.
Before you see these books, we have some old books from the 40s that are kind of racially insensitive now, so we're just going to cancel these books. It's not Cat in the Hat, by the way, because everybody's mad that Cat in the Hat's canceled. There was a book with Cat in the Hat in it,
Yeah.
but it's not Cat in the Hat.
Yeah. So, and we're not getting the Potato Head. They decided to keep Mr. and Mrs. after all, after the uproar over
Did they?
that. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't get it on either side. People bitch about there being a fucking Mr. Potato Head. People bitch about this.
Who
People.
the fuck cares?
That's the whole thing, and this is what's dominating our fucking news cycle. It's like, wait a second, what just happened in the other countries? What's going on? It's like,
Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. All they are is 2 plastic potato-shaped things
yeah,
with eyes, nose, mouth, hands that are either feminine or non-feminine.
yeah,
So do whatever the fuck you want. You can take your Mr. Potato Head and put some lipstick on it and say Mr. Potato Head's wearing lipstick.
yeah. Well, see, this
Or
is
you
the
can put
thing.
normal lips on it, because guess what? These plastic shells both look the fucking same. Once you take everything off it, you're not going to know which one's Mr. or Mrs.
See, Hasbro's been. I think it's Hasbro that sells it. They've been selling 2 Mr. and Mrs. So they have 2 different variants of this thing, this toy. All right, they, instead of being fucking generous and putting all the parts in one, they just took Mr. off of one and they just called it Potato Head. We're still selling Mrs. Potato Head, but this one's just Potato Head. We're still selling 2 separate things. You know what?
We
Take
can
all the
make twice
fucking
as much
parts.
money.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing for the last 50 years. Mr. and Mrs., 2 different sets of pieces. Just put all the fucking pieces in one box and call it whatever the fuck you want and stop being a greedy bastard. That's all I gotta say. You know, but my sister got Mrs. Potato Head. I got Mr. Potato Head. And you know what? If my Mr. Potato Head wanted a purse, then I took it from my sister's box and I got in trouble. Fuck. Who cares? It's a bunch of bullshit. They should have put all the pieces in one box and not been a greedy piece of shit.
Did you dress your action figures up a lot in dresses and put purses on them a lot when you were a kid?
Well, see, that's the thing. That we didn't have those big G.I. Joes. I know you think we're old, but we're not that fucking old. So Barbie dolls and G.I. Joes were 2 totally different sizes when I was a fucking kid. So I don't know what the hell you're going
I mean,
on
the
about.
closest thing I get to a Barbie doll was a He-Man action figure.
Did you
And those didn't even work.
No,
It was
Did
still-
did you make your He-Man dolls ever bum each other?
Oh, every kid's done that shit. I mean,
He-Man,
look,
He-Man boned his cousin more times than I know.
so She-Ra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking sick.
No, it's
Those are
cousins.
children's
They're-
toys.
It's still, children's toys.
What is wrong with
As
you?
Zach's over there right now with his action figures going, yeah, take it, bitch, take it, take
Oh,
it.
Roman Reigns. Give it to me, Roman Reigns. He's just slapping
yeah.
Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar together.
But Roman Reigns and Cyclops aren't fucking cousins, you disgusting perverts.
Oh, Roman Reigns. Oh, Rock. Oh, Roman Reigns.
I thought
there you
Roman
go, it's
Reigns and The
cousins.
Rock were like related to everybody.
He's
First
sitting
of
there.
all-
He's got his fucking, his Tamina Snuka and his fucking Rocky Maivia, and they're just laying into each other.
First of all, fuck both of you to think I'd ever take either of those out of the box.
Okay.
And that was it. I didn't have a second point.
Oh, okay. First of all, fuck
I did
you.
take- I did
Second
send
of
that-
all, Do it again.
I did find a good picture of Big V in suspenders, though, that I sent to the group chat.
Oh, God.
I saw that already. It's just a picture of George R.R. Martin. Last week, though, I swear to God, dude, you had the hat and everything. We should take a picture, but...
We did. I did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You took the worst fucking pictures of it. He took like 12 fucking pictures. And yeah, you know, he went through and he found the worst fucking ones of us. And he's like, yeah, this is the one I'm posting.
I gotta find
I'm
the
all
one that
fucking
makes me
bent
look
over
handsome.
and hunched over and shit. I look like I gained fucking 100 pounds since the quarantine. And he's like, yep, this is the one. Motherfucker.
The one with your big fucking gut just hanging out.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was all
That was
fucking
mine.
stooped over
I'm like
and
all
shit.
fucking... Like, you see my gun all just all...
I have you
Zach's
know,
like, I'm only popping my head in this photo.
yeah. I've almost lost 20 pounds since the beginning of
don't.
the year, damn it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shedding off a lot of muscle.
No, it's coming out of the right places. I never had an ass, so it's hard to tell, but yeah. Zack, by the way, this is from years ago. Zack Winters is the only man I've ever known to tell me I have no ass. He looked at me
Are
like,
you?
damn, you really do have no ass. I was like, what? This is the weirdest.
Because you put on your singlet and you put on your tights and your back just goes down to your legs.
I got that Hank Hill ass, right? Isn't that what it is?
It was upsetting.
Yeah, I've never had a man tell me that before, but yeah.
Well, you know, I'm trying to be a friend. I'm trying to look out for you. You might want to start doing some more squats.
Squats. Is that what will give me an ass?
That's what works for me.
Oh, okay.
And I got that thick, juicy peach. That's thick with 6 C's.
Jesus. Oh, fuck. All right, well, WandaVision? Are we going to go there?
We could do that. It was
She finally
a
got...
little bit of a boring one.
Well, I mean,
we
the
got-
two biggest takeaways were she got her name and we got White Vision. That was like... And it was all backstory other than that.
And I like the
kinda-
fact that it showed that Wanda didn't steal Vision's body.
Yeah.
You know, and Hayward is fucking all manipulative in that aspect. He was just trying to get Wanda to juice Vision up.
Yeah.
And so we got the fact that Wanda... It made sense now, too, because Wanda just created Vision. Like...
Yeah.
She just goes in and it's like, bam, here you are, Vision. So
And I could have swore that they called her Scarlet Witch in Age of Ultron.
no,
No?
Huh.
No. No, that was the character that no one's ever heard of that everyone now loves. That she was the one that fucking got to call her Scarlet Witch for the first time.
Oh my god, I love Star-Lord. You never heard of him before 2015.
Shit. See, I had, and this is what pissed me off. Everyone, it's one of those things, like, you're into this thing, and it's like, nobody's ever fucking heard of it, and all of a sudden it makes it big, and you're like, motherfuckers.
So I've never been like a big sports team fan. Like I never liked football, basketball, any of that stuff. But I understood the mentality of those people who, like, when the Seattle Seahawks went to the Super Bowl and everybody was mad about the fake fans. I understood that mentality when the Deadpool movie came out, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden everybody's the biggest Deadpool fan.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Name one Deadpool villain.
Yeah. See, the thing that I had that same kind of thing in high school, and I was the first person at my high school to have the Austin 316 shirt when that shit came out. I was like, I want that fucking shirt. My mom fucking ordered it and everything else, and I'll go to school, and I had everyone there fucking asking me, what the fuck does Austin 316 mean? And then I would tell them, and then they would be like, well, fuck you too. I said, that's what it means. No, fuck you. I'm like, all right. So for the last like 6 months, I had that shirt. Everyone's asking what the fuck it means, and then after that, it starts catching on. Austin starts getting bigger and bigger. He's fucking winning. He's like the biggest fucking. All of a sudden, Austin transcends wrestling, which is fucking considered this nerdy ass thing, and we have our renaissance of fucking wrestling at the time in the 90s. Everyone's got that fucking shirt. I'm like, fuck you guys. Get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, that kind of shit pisses me off. I'm like, you don't even know, assholes.
I had the
So.
same issue with the DX shirt, the second shirt.
Oh yeah.
Which, by the way, you know, a 13-year-old walking around with a dick sucking shirt. I probably wouldn't let my kids walk around with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got in trouble and had to go and have shirts. I had to go to the office and have, like, my mom bring a shirt, or I just got sent home because, like, I wore the, oh, you didn't know your ass better call somebody.
It's gonna be fucking weird as a teacher to tell this 6'5", 12-year-old to go to the office and change your shirt.
To truly age myself out on this one, I had to fucking go to the office when I was in elementary school to have my Bart Simpson shirt fucking taken away.
Holy fuck. And all it said was, don't have a cow, man.
No, it was, I'm Bart Simpson, who the hell are you? It was... everything Simpsons was fucking banned right there at the ass end of the 80s, so I was just like, what the fuck?
There was a long while where, like, and rewatching it, it's hugely tame now, but, like, Simpsons was, like, the cutting edge of, like, edgy programming.
Yeah.
And then South Park came out.
Yeah,
and then
South Park was huge when I was in high school, right along with fucking wrestling and all this shit, but yeah. It's crazy. Fucking take that off! I'm like, what? It's like, it's a fucking cartoon character on my shirt. I gotta go home now. Fuck you. But,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, WandaVision, it's setting up for a lot of stuff. She had her powers, I'm guessing, from what they're kind of showing.
As a
She
kid.
had her powers before Strucker got a hold of them and fucked with them. Some people are alluding to the possibility that she may have given Quicksilver his powers, kind of like, you know, through her power set, giving him something, and then the experiments that Strucker did kind of enhanced it for both of them. But that would make her the first mutant of the MCU. You know? So that's kind of a cool thing. Other than that, it was just like a bunch of backstory of Wanda, which was kind of nice to see because it goes right in there with Age of Ultron and all the shit that went down in that movie. So it was cool to see. I enjoyed it still, and like we have the all-white version of Vision that I grew up with, and we'll see what happens. But it was funny because Paul Bettany was like, "Oh, there's an actor in this coming up that I've always wanted to work with."
We had firecrackers on the seat.
Yeah, he was talking about how he's always wanted to work with this actor, and they had firecrackers in this, and he was acting like he's like, "Ooh, oh, I didn't mean to let that out," and everyone's like, he's talking about himself.
So I didn't fully read into it, but he was on a talk show today, and he lit it out that he was like, well, everybody was guessing about Cumberbatch and all this stuff, and they started trying to guess all this other things. So why not play with them?
Yeah, he trolled everybody. That's what he did. Paul Bettany don't give a fuck. So that was kind of cool.
One of the first movies I ever seen him in, other than it was A Knight's Tale.
Oh yeah.
As he's all walking naked. He's like, oh, I'm just on my way. Like,
see, I have this weird thing where I think all English people are the same. So I thought that Paul Bettany was Drop Dead Fred. And I was like, the ages don't quite match up. He's really old. What the fuck? And then I found out Drop Dead Fred was like a comedian from back in the day.
Yeah.
He's left us, but
I thought him and Tom Hiddleston were the same person for a while.
Yeah. Man, Paul Bettany was, the first thing I remember was that movie. Now that I officially know who he is. Yeah, A Knight's Tale.
I love that guy. He was like,
oh yeah. And then the guy who was fucking Baratheon was in there.
Yeah.
The hell was his name?
Robert Baratheon?
Yeah, there you go, Robert Baratheon.
He played Fred Flintstone too.
Yeah, he did. He was also in a TV show for the longest fucking time that was basically like a modern version of The Honeymooners. So,
oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
But they can't get away with all that domestic abuse this
He
generation.
never fucking hit her. He just always alluded to it, but yeah.
He hit her when the cameras were off.
Well, I mean, who doesn't? We're married. We
oh,
understand.
Jesus. I'm not.
My wife hits me all the time. I know.
I 100% believe that.
No, she doesn't anymore.
I came over to your place last week. I remember she moved too fast and you flinched.
Shit.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I liked the episode. I mean, it was kind of not as exciting as the previous ones, but it was nice to give us that little calm down before the big moment.
Yeah, so when this drops, the last episode will be available. So
I will be watching it sometime early this morning.
Yeah, and we'll actually be able to... Is there a week difference or 2 weeks, or does it go just next Friday will be Captain or Winter Soldier?
No, next Friday is supposed to be the making
Is this week the last episode?
Yeah.
Supposedly. So the rumor has it there's a secret 10th episode.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a secret 10th episode, but you can only have it if you put in Noob Saibot's code.
Yeah.
Right. But no, supposedly it's supposed to be they are keeping
You
it
see Reptile peeking
like
behind the
hush
tree.
hush where I guess this is supposed to be basically a two-parter type thing.
Look to La Luna.
So rumor has it we're supposed to have 10. There's like just speculations and stuff. But if we don't have that 10th episode, then next week's supposed to be like the making of WandaVision.
Yeah.
And then we go into Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is 6 1-hour-long episodes, I believe.
That's only 6?
Something like that. I don't know, but it's supposed to be an hour.
Alright, so I'm actually looking forward to Winter Soldier and Falcon. I think that'll be a good one. I like their dynamic in the movie in Civil War, where they're going after Spiderman, and they're just fucking bantering with each other. I could deal with like fucking 6 episodes of them just doing that.
Just the trailer of them sitting in like couples therapy.
Yeah, it's like that old fucking Kane and Daniel Bryan shit that they used to do. But yeah, so that'll be cool. We'll have the big, maybe I guess, unless there's a secret special episode. So March
Super duper special episode.
Yeah, March 19th is the Falcon and Winter Soldier starts up, so we got that, which is good. We'll have something to talk about even more. What the fuck are you sending us in this chat? What the fuck is that supposed to be? You're holding a can? Is your penis in there? Like, is that like the popcorn trick at the fucking theater? It's like, hey, here, you want a drink? It's my pee. Coming straight out of my wang. Jesus.
Yeah, what are you doing there, Zack?
Shit.
Oh, look, he has the Superman's logo right there.
Oh!
It's Batman versus Superman, by the way.
It's the Superman.
So why are you covered with a blanket? Are you naked under there?
I'm secretly the biggest Superman fan. Because it is fucking freezing in my J.O. closet right now. And I didn't want to put jeans on, so I'm in my PJ jammies, or my PJ pants.
What the fuck? You sit around in your fucking pajamas all day? You fucking woman.
Yo, it's my fucking day off. You can kiss my ass.
I actually got up and did shit on my day off, you lazy ass.
That's tomorrow.
Kiss his ass, so we'll fucking unbutton the flap over his PJ pants. Because he's a fucking infant. God.
Oh, sorry, not all of us sleep in fucking jeans and a t-shirt like a fucking heathen.
What? Who does that?
You!
When do you watch me sleep?
Darkness sleep.
Don't worry about when I watch you sleep.
Yeah, exactly. He's got something into it.
Darkness sleeps upside down, hanging from a bar,
right.
with only his trench coat on.
Yeah.
Just cranking off to his Kiefer Sutherland poster.
I wanted to get a fucking... I don't have, like, hardly any Lost Boys merchandise. I need to get, like, a poster or something.
As Zack has huge statues, and he's like, alright, kids, you gotta move out of your room. I gotta make some more room for my stuff. Here, sleep on this corner of the couch.
They could all sleep on one bed. It's fine.
Yeah, that's not weird or anything.
That's why we got a closet.
Yeah.
You two share the bunk bed. The other one sleeps in the closet.
My wife actually got mad at me, and she had to. This is my room too. When I bought like the whole series of the Boys Pops came in.
Oh yeah. Are those out yet? Because I got one on order.
Those are out. I got Butcher, Homelander with red eyes, Translucent, and Starlight. And a couple Starship Trooper ones I didn't have. And then I started setting them up. I actually started setting them up on her vanity, and she got all pissed about it.
Is Translucent just an empty box?
Well, it's an empty box with like a jumpsuit. Yeah, it's an empty box that I paid $12 for.
Yeah, I got the only one I got out of that set was the Amazon exclusive Starlighter, whatever.
Starlight.
So you can
Starlight,
crank off to her?
yeah. Well, she's in a fucking leotard, so yeah, I guess.
She's not that hot.
Well, it's just like your opinion and stuff.
Oh,
Where's the
we're going
reference?
to Big
Where's
Lebowski.
the- I knew if anyone would pick up on it, it'd be you. So that's just like your opinion.
You give us the money or we fucks you up.
Obviously, you're not a golfer.
This is the last half hour of the show.
It's just us fucking quoting Big Lebowski.
Oh,
We need to find out where Lebowski Fest is and just fucking infiltrate. Or just go.
I suck your cock for $1,000. Brent can't watch though.
Or he's gotta pay. I just gotta find a cash machine.
He's gonna find a cash machine.
I get mine. It's released Monday the 15th. I get my Starlight and bodysuit Amazon exclusive.
Oh, of course you do.
I bought it in May of 2020 along with my Tyler Durden pop. But
Ooh, there's a Tyler Durden pop.
fuck yeah, there's the Tyler Durden one's weird because you can buy it, but you may get the alternate, which is the narrator with a penguin. So I lucked out. I got the Tyler Durden that I actually paid for.
I was gonna say, if
so.
I buy Tyler, like Brad Pitt, Tyler Durden, and get Edward Norton, I'm gonna burn Amazon to the ground.
Well, the other one's worth more. It's Chase. So
my God.
what?
Huh?
You don't collect any of this shit, so you're just like.
No, I'm just looking at the real.
Oh yeah, she's not.
No, it's because they don't let him put him up at the homeless home. At
the
group
homeless home.
The homeless. I can't remember what the fuck it's called, right? The
Yeah.
group home. That's it.
Okay, there you go.
Starlight and bodysuit.
Yeah, that's the one I got. So, we got Comic Book Club. Did
Yes.
you actually read this one?
I did.
Okay, V, did you actually read this one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I picked this one because it was one that I had wanted to read. I had never actually read it beforehand.
Oh,
So it was new for me too, and it was a little bit of a struggle for me to get through. But
Was it?
Yeah, I mean, I knew exactly what they were going for, and I was okay with it once I realized it. I was being a fucking teenage fucking hardcore kid and being like, "Where's all the more blood and guts?" So I think that was a little let down because I had heard that it was different than it actually was. But I liked it. It wasn't great, but there was parts in it that was a struggle to get through. It was kind of wordy and boring in some aspects, but
I'm gonna pull a big V and say I'm gonna give it like a 3.5 out of 5.
okay.
Because it did get a little wordy and boring in places, but the story itself was interesting enough that I kept coming back to it to finish it.
Yeah. So, for those of you that don't know, it's called the Butcher of Paris, and it's based actually on true story. During World War II in France, there was a serial killer that was basically in like Nazi-occupied France. There's a serial killer going around hacking people up, and the SS and the French authorities are like, it's like a power struggle trying to, get their investigations into tracking this guy and finding him and everything like that. But my favorite scene is probably when the kids are swimming in the channel. And they're like, "Hey, we found buried treasure!" So the kids go down and they pick up this chest at the bottom of this lake or this channel, wherever the hell it was. They get it up on shore and they open it, and it's just a fucking hacked up body inside. And the kids go running off screaming. So, yeah, I like that part. But I'm more interested in trying to find some actual like novels on this guy, on the Butcher of Paris. The comic series was decent; it was good. But
I'm gonna look into that now because it's actually pretty interesting.
yeah, this is, I think, the first time I ever can remember reading a true life, like true crime comic book.
Yeah.
I mean, from hell, but I fell asleep during that shit. So
Fuck.
that's a
Fuck
task.
Alan Moore.
But yeah, no, I liked it. It had the artwork kind of reminded me of like, you ever seen the movie Creepshow?
Yeah. Yeah, like the cover art even of it.
A lot of heavy shadows, kind of stylized.
Very, yeah, and yeah, it kept me interested. But yeah, it kind of, the story was like a little, but it's it kept my interest. I mean, I'm into the true crime and shit like that. It's always fun to learn something new about some psychotic, crazy person.
Yeah, I mean, and if you were ever to be a serial killer in any time period, that one would you probably like get away with it the longest.
Right.
So it was interesting, you know, while all this other evil shit's going on, there's also time for a fucking serial killer. So, yeah, I mean, Zach, anything else you want to add to it, or?
No, you guys touched on it. I dug the story. Finding out it was based on a real story was pretty cool. I usually kind of shy away from like this kind of artwork. It kind of had like a retro feel to it almost.
Yeah.
But I don't. It drew me in more. Just the heavy shadows, kind of retro. I dug it.
Yeah. But on a similar note, it's kind of. I mean, I finished the Richard Ramirez documentary.
Oh
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were talking about how the cops were just incompetent. That's just like, the shit with the car was fucking bullshit, and the shit at the dentist office was fucking bullshit.
Right.
They could have fucking caught that guy like twice. And I like how at the end it was basically the fucking people that stopped Richard Ramirez from getting away. So,
That's
I mean,
what I'm saying.
they're just like, no, we'll follow you. And Richard Ramirez is just a fucking scumbag asshole guy, and he got fucking put to death, but he ended up dying of cancer in fucking prison. So, that's fucking bittersweet ending, but
he was such like a wannabe boogeyman too. He wanted to be scary.
Yeah. Hail Satan! Yeah. It's just like,
That's
really,
exactly
dude?
what it sounded like. I'm gonna draw a pentagram on my palm and scare people. Man.
Oh, when he fucking got pulled over and the cop was like running the plates or whatever, he knew he was gonna get busted. He draws a pentagram in the dirt on the car and then runs away. Fucking little bitch.
Right?
This is a little fucking dork.
So as I was finishing that, it suggested a couple more to me, which I'm actually interested in watching. They got the one on the Yorkshire Ripper.
That one's all right.
It's all right. Okay, because I don't know
That's
much
all right.
about him. And then there was the other one, like Mad Genius or something like that, where it was the situation where they put the bomb on the guy's
chick.
neck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch that one.
The
too.
pizza delivery bomb thing.
Yeah, they put the.
I watched that. That was.
It was like, it wasn't funny that the guy died, but it was kind of like,
Oh, spoilers, fucker! I didn't watch it.
oh, you know the dude with the fucking
the neck thing. Yeah.
the neck thing, because he's just sitting there. He's like, guys, this thing's gonna explode. Can you hurry up, please? Can we just get this moving? Boom!
Did that happen before or after the first Saw movie came out?
I don't know.
Question.
Art imitating life or life imitating art on that one? I don't know.
Well, then they
The neck bomb
made
wasn't
the
until
movie.
like the third movie.
No. Okay.
Then they actually made the movie. Was it 90 minutes or less or some shit?
Oh yeah, I remember that one too.
It caught a lot of shit for it because it was a comedy.
Yeah. It's funny, haha. No, it's not, motherfucker.
A man is actually dead.
Yeah, it's like making musical out of fucking Jack the Ripper.
Haven't they?
They probably have. I don't know.
You know, that's a little different because it's like 800 years old since that happened.
800 years old.
Jesus. That was fucking Genghis Khan 800 years ago. That wasn't Jack the Ripper.
Genghis Khan was around 2000.
But Zach likes to exaggerate because he thinks he's like this like young immortal, and we're all like ancient fucking
Yeah.
sorcerers.
I started flipping it on him. I started saying, oh, you wouldn't remember. You weren't even born yet. He's like, I fucking was? What the fuck? I was like, what the fuck were you talking about? Something. Oh yeah, you wouldn't appreciate 80s action movies. You weren't even alive yet. Fuck you! I watch action 80 movies. It's just funny because like I flip it on him and then he gets like, "Oh, I know." Well, you don't know what we're talking about. Pop Tarts were around before you were a kid.
I saw the remake.
Yeah. But all right, so for comic book club this week, it's your turn, right, Zach?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is it? I don't fucking remember.
Because we decided to start over since
yeah.
he was like, "Oh, I don't know, I'm too good to fucking do anything. I don't want to contribute to the show."
Yeah. So what do you got, Zach?
Yeah, you know what?
Unsurprisingly, I got another Image book.
Oh, okay. Are they secretly sponsoring you on the side? Is that what this is about?
You know what? I'm not saying yes, but the check is definitely in the mail.
Comixology and Image Comics.
Every time
Winners. He's gonna come out in his ring gear and it's gonna have these fucking patches sewn all over his ring gear.
He's gonna be like Rusty when BCW first started. They brought in Rusty Nails, this guy, and he was...
No, it was Rusty Merkin.
Rusty Merkin.
Oh, shit.
And he was the basically kind of like the sponsor, like... wear the vest, put these sponsors on there.
I always thought of doing that as a wrestling gimmick. Like, you know how fucking...
like Brock
NASCAR drivers and
Brock
shit?
Lesnar and his fucking MMA
shorts.
yeah,
his shorts. He had fucking Jimmy Johns and shit all over his gear.
If anybody from Image is listening to this and wants to sponsor me, I will totally wear an Image logo on my tights. Or Comixology.
Yeah, of course. But
anyway, I thought this one would be kind of fitting since we're all professional wrestlers and potentially homosexual. So my pick for Comic Book Club this week is Ringside, Volume 1.
Okay.
Ringside, Volume 1.
I have never actually heard of this. Is it revolve around wrestling?
It does.
Okay.
It's
gay wrestling, evidently?
You'll see.
So you're going to get us reading some gay stuff. Which, you know...
Just read this book and tell me how you feel later.
Oh, God.
Ringside, Volume 1.
I'm sexually confused now.
It's actually kind of fun because it's like... It portrays wrestling as... It's better than most movies, besides The Wrestler itself. It's portrayed pro wrestling better than most other
real
forms of...
is outside the ring.
Ooh, okay.
God, I hate you.
Here's how it's described to us, so that it's described to me on what I'm reading here instead of you trying to glorify it. Explore the crossroads of art, industry, and identity from the views of the wrestlers themselves, the creatives, the work that they work with, the suits in charge, and the fans cheering them all on. That's just the beginning. The real violence is outside the ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all the promoters, like just like in real life, all the promoters and bookers are scumbags, and all the guys are secretly banging each other.
Jesus.
Did you guys ever read the Spider-Man that Raven wrote?
No, I didn't know this existed.
Yeah, they brought him on to write an issue of, I think it was a Web of Spider-Man. I gotta find it. He actually writes the backstory of when Peter Parker goes in to wrestle. Like at his very beginning in his origin story, he gives the backstory to the wrestler that he wrestled, and it's like a bunch of different offshoot stories that they did from back, I think it was the late 90s, early 2000s. But Raven actually wrote it, and I'm trying to find what issue it was.
Bonesar, whatever.
Spider-Man's Tangled Web number 14, written by Scott LeVay, and that was the other one. Yeah, so yeah, it's about Crusher Hogan. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys are interested in reading that.
I'd rather it be like Bonesaw.
Yeah, well, Bonesaw was for the movie.
No,
that would have been awesome.
Save your suggestion for your week. This is my week, and I pick
one
Ringside.
fucking issue. That's why I'm just like, it's not even that big of a thing.
Save it for your week.
Jesus Christ, Zach.
I know, seriously. He's just fucking going off.
He's going to talk mad shit because he's a million miles away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not here to fucking beat me this time.
I'm gonna got my voice back now that you guys aren't right here. You can't abuse me anymore.
Come at me, scrub. I'm ripped.
Shit. So, what else we got? Anything?
No.
No. I forgot to give you stickers while you were here for the show, and I totally
you have
spaced
stickers?
it. Yeah, I totally fucking forgot about it. And then V shows up with a water bottle, like, emblazoned with all of our stickers and shit on it. And I'm like, oh,
What the
here,
fuck?
let me give you one.
How come all you guys are getting stickers and shit and free merch, and I'm not getting anything?
Fucking pay for it. It's not free, motherfucker.
All the merchandise Zack gets is usually free because he hops on. He's like, sure, I'll join your stupid little group as long as you make all the merchandise and I make all the money.
Shit. Hey, that's a great image. I'm gonna steal it and put it on my own shirt, fucker.
Don't be mad at me for being smart.
Oh, okay.
And first
do
of
we
all-
want to talk about that or no?
First of all, fuck you. I bought a Dark Asylum Podcast t-shirt off Amazon that you can find on Darkness's Amazon page.
Well, it's Dark Designs, but yes.
Dark
Yeah,
Designs.
But if Dark Designs had one super fat,
They also
goes as big
they
as
also
it
have the
goes.
one that's like a lot of people were mad about your Bullet Club spoof shirt.
Oh, the Bubbly Club one?
The Bubbly Club, and a lot of people were mad about it. It
Who was
has
mad
like
about it?
it has like a 2-star reviews.
No. What? This is my fucking side hustle. What the hell are you
No,
talking about?
you go off on what you're just gonna go off on about, and I'm gonna look this up.
Okay.
what is it? Dark. Where do you find this at?
Just Amazon. The t-shirts that I do. You can find all the Freak Show ones on there that I've done in the past, and the Dark Asylum one, a couple of inspired designs, I guess I'll say. Because, yeah. So my Darkness shirt's up there. I just got approved for Big Trouble in Little China, the shirt that Jack Burton wears. I got that design on her shirt. All kinds of cool stuff, but yeah. So, this is just, I don't know, Zack, are you still there? It sounded like you went dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
I
only go
went
to
dead for like half a
3XL.
second.
So, the guy that did a lot of our designs, a lot of the Freak Show designs.
So the guy who made the t-shirts for us, and then did a lot of the banners and the stickers and stuff for the Freak Show.
That wasn't you two?
We did the designs, but he made them for us.
The original shirt guy.
The original shirt guy.
Okay.
So he was the one that was shot at the Acropolis last Saturday.
The guy who did our t-shirts was shot?
Yeah. So there was a
Jesus
shooting.
Christ.
2 people ended up
What
getting
the
shot.
fuck?
Ended up getting shot outside the I can't even say.
Acropolis, the strip club, the
The
big
strip club.
famous one in Portland.
So he went out with his mother and fiance and I believe brother after celebrating his 4-year-old daughter's birthday to have some drinks, and there was a shooting, and him and one other person got shot and died.
That's fucking nuts. I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
He just opened up a shop in
I thought you guys did our shirts. I didn't know there was a secret guy you're like not paying.
like the early shirts that we still have leftovers of.
the Freak Show shirts.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. The one that other people got stickers and stuff made from him or something. Is that those designs?
Yeah, the stickers.
Like
The bootleg Freak Show stuff.
yes, well, we won't get into that, but yeah, I mean the guy that did all that stuff. I think he did a couple of those cartoon images for Meat and stuff too, didn't he? Is that the same guy?
No, he printed.
Oh.
I think he printed them up, but
He
I
printed
think it
them.
was Z-Man Zeller who did.
Okay.
Or somebody else did. I
Did
know
you just have a stroke?
No, he was just looking at me, but
Z-Man did my design, and what your design too is that?
Yeah, Z-Man did 2 designs that are up on my Pro Wrestling Tees at prowrestlingtees.com/wonderful Zack Winners.
yeah, and so yeah, I mean thoughts and prayers or whatever you want to, however you acknowledge that these things happen. There you go.
Well, he's dead, so.
Yeah, I mean, well, his family's not, so. His 4-year-old daughter. I don't think she was at the strip club.
No.
Yeah. Jesus. So,
Well, that's fucking tragic. Thanks for bringing the mood down.
yeah, no. To end the show.
Darkness is Bubbly Club shirt has 4 stars.
Yeah. All right, we'll get out of this shit.
I can't even find the Dark Designs page. So I'm just. I read a couple of 2-star reviews once, and it was just like, oh, it's like a cheap iron-on or some shit.
That's not me. That's fucking Amazon's bullshit. I just make the designs and send it to Amazon for them to sell.
I got my Dark Asylum T-shirt, and it is great quality.
Yeah.
Everybody should own 2 of these.
At least get the sweatshirt too. Good stuff. Keep you
Buy
warm
my
on those
book.
cold nights. Buy my book. So to finish off this week, I mean, it's becoming almost a staple. We might have the fucker guy on once just so you understand what we deal with every week. So the sign guy question of the week.
I don't think I'll be here for that one.
Maybe when one of you guys can't make it, when Zack can't make it, we'll fucking bring him on as a replacement. But the sign guy question of the week, basically he's asking what the best Nintendo 64 wrestling game of all time was.
Okay, and so I believe the question is forming from the fact that I ended up buying a Nintendo 64 from him with a bunch of wrestling games.
Yeah.
Which I love playing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I miss the 64. I still need to find me a Super Nintendo.
Okay.
And the only answer to this question is WWF Warzone.
No, the ECW one was better.
Ooh.
Because it
WWF
had Hellfire matches or whatever the hell
WCW Backstage Brawl. Or Backstage Assault.
There you go. That was the best one. In all honesty, there's only one fucking answer. I don't even know why this is a question. So, if it's not No Mercy, then that is a fucking wrestling game.
I wasn't even going to acknowledge No Mercy because that's the only good wrestling game that they've ever came out with.
Yeah.
But, like, I just wanted to just say a bunch of bad ones just to make him mad.
If it didn't look so fucking horrendous on televisions of this era, I'd still be playing those games.
Yes.
But you have to buy an old fucking tube TV in order to make it look halfway decent.
Because it was, like, even though all the characters looked like Lego people, the command inputs was as perfect as it's ever going to get. You don't have to put button combinations to put in a suplex.
Yeah, I fucking hated that. That was Warzone. That was
Warzone.
An attitude and all. Oh, fuck those.
And like the newer ones, the WWE 2K ones are fucking complicated as hell, glitchy as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's just become the Madden games.
Yeah, I liked the ladder matches. I liked the cage matches, the backstage fights and stuff. It was like the furthest they got with that, and it just ended right there. And we could have done so much more, like an Inferno match or a casket match, or I love the different match types in those games. So, but yeah, I like No Mercy.
Yeah, No Mercy. I think wrestling games have evolved and then kind of like flatlined and then started digressing.
Oh, you got Battlegrounds, yeah. And we've just come full circle, everybody. We started with Battlegrounds.
But, professional podcasters, close us out, Daddy.
There you go.
My favorite.
Go ahead.
My favorite games were the like the SmackDown, the
PlayStation ones.
Yeah. So you had Here Comes the Pain, and
that's still highly regarded as one of the best wrestling games ever.
I loved it when they first came out with the ladder match in that game.
Yeah. The which one?
Right when they first came out with the ladder match.
Oh yeah.
So get the game, go over to my buddy's house, and we ordered back when Taco Bell had the big family packs where you get like 10 burritos, 10 tacos. And we
get one of those each, and then you just fucking...
Well, no, we're sitting there eating, and it came down to...
Is that why you have no gallbladder?
There was one burrito left, and we're like, I want it. I'm like, I fucking paid for it. Here's how we do it. We had a fucking burrito on the pole match. So it was whoever won the ladder match.
And now Vince Russo will sue us. So thanks for bringing that in. Anything on a pole he's got a trademark and a copyright on.
GD Bagwell on a pole match.
Well, she was on a forklift, but yeah. Viagra on a pole. Yeah, that's a real thing. And people wonder why wrestling gets such a shit name sometimes.
The funniest question I ever got from my son's older brother, he's like, did fucking Eddie Guerrero really have a custody on a pole match for
a child on a pole match
for Rey Mysterio's son? And I'm like, yeah, it was a real thing.
Yeah.
it was fucking weird back then too.
Yeah, even then we're still like, I don't know what it is about Rey Mysterio and having off the wall bullshit matches, but I mean the horror match, they poke out your opponent's eye, and custody for the children
stupid.
on a fucking match. I don't know.
The child on the pole match,
yeah,
which is like being like that was around the time I was like getting smarter to the business. I think that was like my rookie year when that when that angle happened, and I just remembered fucking. And you've seen it on Botchamania at the time where Vicky Guerrero and Mr. Q.
he's screaming.
And Eddie,
where's Vicky?
Eddie doesn't give a fuck at the point. Where the fuck's Vicky?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. My Eddie Guerrero, man. I mean, I love watching him in WCW where he had the mullet. But
yeah,
mullet Eddie.
The probably the most like the one I remember most about him was where he got into that fucking match with JBL and he cut that artery in his head.
Oh yeah.
He was fucking bleeding buckets. And when I was a kid, this is the kind of shit I would seek out when I was trading tapes, like the bloodiest matches of all time. And
just
they
shake into him.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. I love the juice. But
Darkness, put it away.
Yeah. But
he is rock hard right now.
They have the Muta scale for blood loss in a wrestling match, and he went off the fucking Muta scale.
Yep, I believe it.
He was a fucking 10. And like Mass Transit was only a 7 or 8, but
was he?
Yeah. I mean, it was spewing like a fucking fountain, but Eddie, man, jeez, he got too deep and got that artery. Fuck, I'm surprised they even still have it like available to watch. That thing was so fucking brutal.
I know you can't black and white that one out.
Yeah, the whole match it looks like like from the 1920s and shit, like where you crank the fucking handle to look into the Viewmaster, like one of those old timey things. But
and
yeah.
I don't think JBL got busted open in that match, but it looked like he did because he was covered with Eddie's blood.
Yeah, like there was the freak show match that we had. It was all of us and me and what the fuck else was it? No, it was just the freak show. That's right. I looked like I got fucking busted open and was gushing everywhere, but all it was fucking meat's blood pouring down onto me, and I looked like I fucking got juiced, but I didn't. I didn't have a single open wound, but fucking meat's blood all over me. I looked like a fucking horror show. It was just, but yeah, I had a Muta skill from fucking meat's blood, so you know how bad that guy juiced.
That was actually like the first time I actually felt like physically ill during a match, because I was the one who cut him open, and I see him like gig himself, and it literally just like starts squirting out.
Yeah,
that was awful.
Yeah, and fucking have him doing that, and then he's biting the top of my head. And I feel it just pouring onto my head and dripping down onto my face. I'm just like, oh, fuck. And I was like, yeah. That's the wrestling business for you guys. So, we'll end it on that. A little bit happier note. All right, so hit us up on Facebook. We all have our own individual pages and a Dark Asylum Pod page. We're on Twitter as well, Dark Asylum Pod, at Dark Asylum Pod for Twitter, and I might actually check it one of these days. We have our own website. I think we're gonna do a WordPress. They offered me a free WordPress for the
cool.
So I don't know if I can figure that shit out. Buy our shit and send us questions, and we'll see you guys next week. So for wonderful Zack Winters. And for Big Vicious, I am Darkness, and the asylum is closed.